Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor Refantazio, where last episode, exploring the Man-Eater's Grotto, we quickly achieved our goals, locating a relic to take to Neuras before defeating our bounty target, a pair of Alpha Rockworm Valmos. Returning to Martira, we then handed in a bounty and the bread we had made for the Queen of Cuisine Heart, as we now decide what to do next with our remaining 6 days. Alright, let's work this out.
Everyone is here.
So today's weather counts for naught.
Now then.
And there's
You'll be fine there. Oh shoot, I have to pay for the weather again. So Sandflash currently.
Until next time. Alright then.
So it's the weather after the day after it's Sandflashy. That is the day will arrive. Right? Yes, one day at the camp, which is Sandflash Day.
Let's go.
You have my thanks.
Pardon? What say you?
I mean, I've got enough money for it. Sandflash is there right now.
This place.
Is there only bad weather here? What's worse, rain or Sandflash? I guess we'll just be hitting no weaknesses. I mean, I can give it a day and see if, like, day 4 has something going on, but basically we arrived day 2, which is rain. We'd already gone through a place under Sandflash. I can't remember the difference in the weather scenarios now. But it's either rain or Sandflash no matter what. Bad day weather. That's all we get. Do we just commit?
Pop by again, won't you? Pardon?
I think we just commit. Like some kind of foolish fool. We're going in the rain. Better than Sandflash, I'm sure. Will I regret this? Maybe. But it is like the last thing I've got going.
Alright then.
Let's go.
I could wait. I could do events. See if the weather comes up. But it's just the fact that it's only 6 days remaining. And something else might come up that requires me to change my method of play.
Everyone's here.
Now then.
We're going with negative weather effects.
What are we doing there
This is
again?
where Cuculus wanted us to find a ring from, isn't it? I guess it's a tomb for some dead noble. Fun. Want to go? We do less damage, though. I don't trust that man as far as I can throw him, but we do need to recover Grievous' dagger.
Should be a good time.
On the bright side, the rumors say the tomb robbers haven't picked the place clean. We may come away with more than just a ring.
It's your call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night? No, let's think it over. I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna do events. I'm gonna do Hulkenberg. No, I should do Heismay. I should do Heismay. Heismay's the lowest.
Ah, it's you.
Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I don't suppose I could ask your help with something. I know I'm imposing, but remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay my son to rest. I happened across a nice place the other day.
My thanks.
You'll go then. The place I'd like to go is a cemetery on the outskirts of town.
Huh.
Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. As my boy would find solace here among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here and singed to pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Should we look somewhere else then?
That means.
My thanks.
My thanks. I think we do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest, if you don't mind indulging me just a bit further? I think your hometown's it, right?
Hmm.
Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No?
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows too. Well, he'd not be lonely, but not peaceful either. Yeah, it's too dangerous. Might be too dangerous.
True?
I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
We shouldn't.
I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. You're very thorough. Really the careful type, Heismay. Oh, it's not just me. You'll find most you give do this. We contemplate and hesitate until we are perfectly content with our decision.
The truth is...
All you give travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. I said most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
Even so...
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. We can take our time.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. We'll give it as much thought as you need.
Listen.
Are you certain? You truly are an oddball.
Then...
Might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Wait, where are we going? Don't waste my days. Maybe I'm just imagining things. What is the matter?
What happened?
No.
It looks just like a place my son loved.
My son...
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs, but I know 'tis just an empty fantasy. Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Yes. My apologies.
I didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run, with the wind in his face.
But...
And yet... Is there something bothering you?
The truth is...
I just have one thing holding me back. That sweet smell on the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. Why didn't we go there first? Sounds a bit patronizing. You just remembered it?
What?
Both sound bad. It occurred to me, yes, but I've not visited it even once since I left. I sincerely doubt they'd welcome me back.
Oh...
A wind blows in my home sweeter than any I've known. Why don't we visit them?
Let's go.
Well, let's just go and see.
But...
No, you were right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. Feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Heismay's extraordinary resolve and the depth of his gratitude. Iluf Hamid Heismay, keeper and inheritor of the feast virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Right, rank 3 it is. The Assassin. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness, Adis. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the time.
Onward, then.
For today, let us rejoin our comrades. It's my indecisiveness that's led me to talk to you right now. Back to the Martira Tavern. Ah, was that request of mine coming along, huh? Neuras comes to mind. Yeah, I bet you do.
Come now.
Ah, that Heismay. Mature in most respects, yes, but he has the pickiness of a child. The other day I made recommendation of a sumptuous Martiran delicacy, but he insisted he would never ever eat bugs. His loss, really.
I'm just incredulous. What do you want to know?
I don't think you've probably got anything for me at this point. Alright, looks like Neuras' time.
How you feeling?
It's a quest completion as well, after all. I sincerely think that there will be no one waiting over here. We should also check out the assassin and what skills it will have when we get to it.
What now?
Alright, 9,000 mag needed, fee for level 20. It can inflict hex and kill even powerful enemies in single hits if conditions are right. Lurking Nightblade. Deals medium physical dark damage to one enemy, decreases the hit evasion for 3 turns. Good. Really nice ability. This also comes with still no matter what. Curse Chant may inflict hex on all enemies. Assassinate deals heavy physical dark damage to one enemy, may one-hit kill target at random. Which probably means that can be done to us too. Shadow Dwellers increases evasion by 5%. Boost increases further if archetypes of the same lineage are present. Electric Dodge increases evasion against electric attacks. The only weakness. An Elusive Dream deals weak physical slash damage to one enemy 1 to 3 times. Absorbs MP. May also one-hit kill target. Seems a bit much. God Killer. Deals extreme physical dark damage to one enemy. High chance of one-hit killing target. And Phantom Tracer, which deals extreme physical slash damage to one enemy and removes buff effects with a Warrior Thief or Mass Dancer. Gunner, Mass Dancer, or Berserker lineages for God Killer. Crazy.
Lovely.
Lovely, yeah, I know. Alright, I doubt there's anyone here. No.
All right then. Where to?
Where to? The Gauntlet Runner, of course. We have another quest to give in. Take it you're downstairs again, then. Boom, 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 boom. You're in the engine room. A magic igniter. No, I didn't mean to get you. You're not a magic igniter, you're a Neuras.
Hello.
Why, what's that look on your face, boredom? Got nothing to do? Say, how's the search going? In regard to the lost relics, I mean.
That's...
Well, we found a strange piece of junk that gives me the feeling of a relic. Don't treat me strangely, old girl. Let me take a look, would you? How did you ask the junk we picked up during our travels? Oh, would you look at that? This certainly doesn't appear to be a natural object. Oh, this one's a bit of a trick. You've got to follow the right steps to open it.
No way.
Wait, so there's something inside? There's a little tug here. There we are. It's opened up.
Ta-da!
Take a look. A lost relic. I can't believe it turned out to be a proper piece of treasure.
What?
You mean it's real? We just sort of stumbled across it. Wonder if the mechanism's the same as the old codgers. Ha-ha!
Eureka!
My greatest invention yet. A work of genius made manifest. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for the hero's incenses. They're not really that much. Couldn't you just give me one hero's leaf? It's the same amount, right?
Even so.
I've got to say, finding these one after another is something else. I'd half wondered if it was all an elaborate prank, but the old geezer was really onto something. Did you doubt him?
What?
Did you doubt his journal?
Yeah.
That old geezer certainly liked to mess about with anyone he could. Made my childhood a frightful ordeal.
Goodness.
I'll never forget the night of my birthday. He brought me a book, called it his gift, a downright horrifying tome, titled Lamentation of the Underworld or some such. He'd taken the liberty of reading it aloud when suddenly the lights went out. In the dark, he threw on a monster costume and started chasing me around. That damned old goat. It's his fault that bright-eyed young Neuras grew up to be such a delicate and sensitive wallflower. I mean, just look at me. I don't see it.
Rather.
Anyhow, this is just one part of a greater whole. The more intricate bits here, I bet my feathers it's made to interlock with a partner piece. So we collect them all, it'll form something? Likely so. That's what the codger said anyway. Though I haven't an idea what it makes. And if he was right, it supported an ancient civilization. One piece of a superlative device that generates an immense and limitless power. Wait, limitless? How is that possible? Not even igniters can do that, can they?
Yeah.
That, my girl, is something we can only find out once we've seen the finished product, eh? So please help me find the rest. It'll awaken his ghost. I'm motivated.
Right.
That's the spirit. I'm counting on you. Something tells me we'll have to gather up the whole lot for this. I admit, it looks like junk to me. I've been a connoisseur of junk since I was a sprout, I'll have you know.
Hey.
What were you like as a child? Oh, I was an adorable, well-behaved boy from a prominent family, but one day the old codger, who wasn't quite so old then, beckoned me over with his finger as fate. Curiosity got the better of me, and I saw he was holding a fossil, caked in mud, alongside other bibbits and bobbits I couldn't begin to fathom. Next thing I know, I'm sneaking out of the house to dig for fossils in the cliffside with a gaffer. Naturally, my parents discovered this and had me grounded, and I wouldn't let that deter me. And one day, as I dug through the dirt, I picked up something that was clearly not a fossil at all. I read every technical book under the sun, but whatever this was eluded me.
However...
Although I did find a technical manual on gauntlet runners in my mad academic sprint, got a bit invested, and then suddenly I was an engineer. It was fate.
That's...
Perhaps so, old thing. Everything did seem to start there. It's how I became to be the man I am today. To taste the unknown, to escape tedium, that's just the course my mind tends to chart.
Thank you.
The decision to travel with you lot, collecting relics, that too was a result of letting the heart do as it pleases. I can feel Neuras' overflowing love for relics as well as his hearty faith in me. We haven't even tried his archetype.
We're in this journey together.
At the start of a battle on the gauntlet runner deck, enemies take damage and reduces the mag cost of studying the gunner lineage.
Speaking of...
Ah yes, about the next relic. I found a clue in the old man's journal. I've written it down in my notebook. Should be somewhere around here. Give it a gander if you would.
Right then.
I'll be sure all shipshape and ready to go. I'm counting on you to research for another relic for me. I'll be waiting, lad.
This one's important.
Need to find another one. It's free and a bit. That's interesting. Hero's fruit times 6 is the reward.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Only 3 and a bit.
All right then.
Alright then, indeed.
Why?
But why, I don't know.
What say you?
Alright, what's the long-term forecast? It depends if we spend another day doing socializing today. Okay, it is fine on day 3. So if we spend a day here, then spend 2 days out,
We are now.
There's a runner.
Pop
we
by
should get
again,
there when the
mightn't
weather's fine.
Pardon?
And so our day is shaped.
Why?
Who to spend time with? Probably Hulkenberg. Maria's available as well, of course. For healer veneration. Sounds merit would be good too, but it wouldn't surprise me if I've got to get another picture before we can continue on further with that. Maria's one is definitely one to beeline. Bardon, I guess, won't continue until we leave town. Oh, what's going on over here?
Well met, eh?
I think that same guy's back in here. Was it really? This guy's back talking, but it could be just because it's fine.
Leave it out, mate.
Weather-wise. Fairy's not back.
Oh, what they say.
I wonder if I'll have to remember that fairy.
Don't know what's that?
Talking nonsense, you
The person's back!
What now?
Excelente! So they do rotate back in. Alright, we're going to gain some more royal virtue by speaking to you, but we still got to do the daytime, so Hulkenberg is up next.
Lovely.
Lovely! Then we'll talk to you at night. And then we'll set off on the Gauntlet Runner.
Not serious.
That's the plan! And I am serious.
I'm just incredulous.
Are you free?
What all we do today? Whatever the specifics, 'twould be prudent to use our time in improving our chances and building our strength. If we have the time, should we continue our training? Yes. And I've saved just to make sure that person's still there. How would I recall our practice swords were broken? Should we go and buy new ones at the capital's weapon shop? It would be a simple thing to teleport there, yes? Yes, they were broken. Make me do weird poses. Make Stroll do weird poses. I'm glad we found some sturdier sparring swords. Hopefully they shall win me some measure of redemption for the other day, huh?
Listen!
On the authority of the Knight's Order, your crime shall be repaid with death. That voice, is that Rodolphe? You remember he's my former comrade that we met before. Do it.
Wait.
Hold! Well, if it's an Hulkenberg, I'll ask you not to interrupt my duties. This is your duty. What Knight Commander presides over executions?
Speak no more.
It is only right. Those who would do this nation harm shall be punished. I mean, what is he accused of?
So then,
What exactly has he done? Treason. This fool, a petty officer of the military police, slandered the honor of the Royal Knights. Honor? What honor? The Royal Knights of today are honorless. You've forgotten any oath to the throne. Now you're just dogs barking on command. You insolent. Bring me a whip. Hanging is not enough.
You.
You could not be serious. This insolence is why you would have him killed. This, after all the trifling sinners you sent to the gallows. Righteous fury rings false from a hypocrite's mouth. Now die, dishonorer. Ride like the maggot you are.
Heed my words.
Treason's only reward is death. Therein lies atonement, whether for the knights or the people. They could kill me for any reason they liked.
Rodolphe.
This is beyond outrageous. You've authorized nothing less than public butchery. Maintain the capital's order is a knight's duty. It is only natural that we punish those who spread lies.
You.
Have you sold your soul to the Sanctus? Were you blinded by the prospects you'd win by their coronation? It hardly matters who takes the throne so long as the royal knights still stand to flank it. This, you see, is the role of one who has risen to the post of Knight Commander. One's burdens are different from those of the freewheeling and the frivolous like yourself.
You cur.
Infinite coward! You poisoned toad! Is this the shape of your so-called loyalty? Bold words. One would almost think you and your friends seek the hangman's noose yourselves. Try it. Try if that's what you want.
What?
Will, no, if something happened to you... I see your whelp hasn't learned to hold his tongue. Yeah, I don't, do I? Pity stays my hand today, but there will not be a next time, Hulkenberg.
Tis wrong.
Power is not a tool to torment and kill the innocent. It is meant to guide the weak and vulnerable, that each and every one of us might live together in a better country.
Apologies.
Will, I apologize. I forced you into my troubles again. I mean, he's the bad guy here.
listen.
He's the one in the wrong here. All the same, I'm glad you were here with me. Who knows what would have happened had I been alone? Somewhere in my heart, I'd expected he might still understand me. I would count such blind faith among my weaknesses.
Listen.
Should it ever be me who strays from the path of virtue, I only ask that you remind me of my purpose. Under any circumstance, can I entrust this to you? I can sense Hulkenberg's virtuous sense of purpose and deep trust. Alright, rank 4. Silence skill. Finally, a second knight inheritance slot.
The truth is,
I am partly to blame for Rodam's brutality. No, the day has already left me exhausted. We'll speak more of this some other time, away from prying ears. Man behind Hulkenberg. I feel like I've seen him before. Secret parapolice? We ought to thank Bardom. We wouldn't have made it this far without his help. Even the inn he puts us up in is rather pleasant. Though I must say Sam, women, and cuisine don't belong in the same sentence.
I'm just incredulous.
I am just incredulous too. Right then. I don't know if we've got any followers to see at night. No? Perfect. I wasn't planning to anyway. We all know where I'm going right now. If that person's here still.
Lovely.
Lovely. Funny if they were only there during the day. No, they're there.
Talking nonsense, you are.
Yeah, I need to get my popularity up.
Alright, folks, listen here.
I vow to create a kingdom where gauntlet runners are available to all. Lina Caden at your service.
Oh, yeah?
Those are some pretty wild campaign promises. Why don't you put your word against theirs in a debate? If you can make them see the future you're envisioning, I'm sure you'll win some favor. Easier said than done, but you can't pass up this chance. If I enter a debate here, my eloquence and my imagination should increase. If it goes well, you might even get some donations. Want to give it a shot? Yeah, totes. It's the biggest increase I can get anywhere at this point.
Hi there.
Oh, you're the kid in that weird gauntlet runner. Of course I remember you. I'm not worried about losing to some run-of-the-mill gauntlet runner, but yours really caught me off guard. I carry the name of my workshop on my shoulders, so I can't lose, whether it's a debate or any other type of contest you're on. It's a big hammer.
Alright, folks, listen here.
When I become queen, I'll make sure everyone has a gauntlet runner. Not only would it make transportation safer, it'd create a bunch of ace jobs for everyone. Besides, isn't riding in a cool gauntlet runner something everyone dreams of? Caden Workshop has a great selection of them you're just selling. Brilliant. Always wanted to cruise about in a gauntlet runner. I heard Lina's family is famous for their gauntlet runner workshop. Got the sales pitch in there. Lina seems to have a following among the dreamers. How should I appeal to them? We can't win. Successful politician. Managing to gain money off the people by getting them to do what they want to do as well, right? And lobbying. Getting your stuff. What are your policies? Yeah, what? Will you rule or just sell runners? Both. Demand would overwhelm you, because those things are big. But I feel like you've got no policies. This is like basically politics here. At the moment you said free vehicles for everyone. Ridiculous ones. Come get them from... did it say free or... I know, you'll make sure everyone has a gauntlet around it. You didn't say free. But it would create jobs too. So what about, like, the racism issue? Food, economy. I mean, to be honest, you do actually have at least the job till in there.
Wait.
Runners won't solve the issues discrimination and poverty cause. That's crazy what I said. That's true. Tribal discrimination really pisses me off. Like the daft fools who question my runner's performance just because I'm Ugith. Isn't Lina agreeing with his argument? Lina probably just wants to sell gauntlet runners. Will's talking dreams too, but they're a bit more grounded than hers. Yeah. It was just a sales pitch. Bugger, why is everyone taking your side? Because I'm actually talking about things? Issues, life? You did great in the debate earlier. Seems like you even won over the other candidate. More importantly, you won over a lot of the people. They even get you a little something to show you their support. Nice. Did I get money the first time? And doesn't it feel like you improved your eloquence and imagination from this too?
Now then.
Oh, wow. Super eloquence. Urbane. Already reached our first rank 3. Haven't moved tolerance at all. I need something that does tolerance. Well, imagination's halfway. Our bravery's just over halfway. Our courage, sorry. And our wisdom is gaining slightly. But I'm very eloquent.
Eloquence.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with words from the heart to win the trust of the common folk.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. After listening to the concerns of the people, I return to the others. There's my popularity right now. 276?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws
Can I
nearer.
quickly get into a bracket where I'm not getting killed by anyone? Ah, I'm invincible now. That'd be great.
All right then.
Lina. Lina Caden, candidate to participate in the tournament. She's extremely passionate about gauntlet runners, having grown up in and around them at her family's business, Skaden Workshop. She has no real political stance and is only participating to generate publicity so she can rescue her family's shop from dire financial straits. Skaden Workshop products are highly regarded within the engineering community, and her custom-made runner, the GR1000 Skaden Mark III, is astoundingly fast for its small size. I realize that this popularity figure that's going up really high over there means absolutely diddly squat. It means we're now the 200th and whatever person in a list of people, but that could still mean that I have 10 supporters and that all the guys below me have 9. And it could mean that Luis has 100,000, you know what I mean?
You have my thanks.
So I guess I shouldn't really get that excited about it. Right, only Stroll is left at this point in time, and Maria. But we're off on an adventure. Pardon?
What say you?
I know if I go that
Well,
I'm fine
thank
to
you.
go, but I'll still take another peek now.
Let's see.
We're reigning 2 days in Martira Old Castletown.
They'll face danger here.
So we travel during Samflash Day. We arrive here. Then on the next
And
day,
right there's
it's
the
fine.
ladder.
I think this
Here's
is
where we are
correct.
now.
Pop by again, won't you?
We might be ending the session within a dungeon, so I might be in a weird position to grind, mightn't I? If you'd remotely let me. I should also check out the notebook about the other thing with the hero's fruit here. But we're off for a dagger, a ring, and a rake now.
Pardon?
Was there another candidate at the thing? So if there's people speaking over there, that means there's someone at the podium.
Lovely.
Hey, kiddo. Feel bad for that lady. She cries there every day. So I'm drawing a picture of that lady and the girl that disappeared. I'm going to give it to her when I'm done, and I'm sure she'll be happy.
Ridiculous.
Oh, no, there's no one there. Maybe there could have been someone there,
Talking nonsense.
but I did
you
the
are.
person. That could be it, too.
All right then.
Let's go.
All right. Right.
Successful bog use. What day is tomorrow?
Now.
Metals Day. Metals Day when we arrive. Then we come back, we're back on Idols Day. So I can buy that weapon from the shop.